Dude, take a look at this picture of stars.
Okay.
Are there any differences between them that you can make out?
Well, they have different colors.
Right? Anything else?
Some are brighter than others.
Yes, color and brightness are really the only differences that we can distinguish between stars just by looking up at them. Because even though stars vary greatly in their actual size, from here on Earth, they all just look like points of light.
Right.
Now, importantly, how bright a star appears to us depends on two things: how far away it is and how much light it's actually giving off, what we call its luminosity, which is something we can easily calculate once we know the star's distance.
Okay.
So here's what I'm getting at. What if, just for fun, we organize stars based on these two simple properties, luminosity and color? We observed tons of stars and put them on a graph, placing the bluest stars towards the left, the reddest stars towards the right, the most luminous stars up top, and the dimmest towards the bottom. And voila.
Voila.
What we just created here, my friend, happens to be the most important diagram in all of astronomy, the legendary HR diagram. At a glance, this thing tells you everything you need to know about any star in the universe.
In what way?
Well, what you might have noticed is that stars don't just have any random combination of luminosity and color, but rather, when organized based on those two properties, they fall into very distinct groups. The vast majority of them fall on this roughly diagonal line, telling us that, in general, the brighter a star is, the bluer it is, and the opposite. The dimmer the star, the more red. Now, as it turns out, a star's color is directly related to its surface temperature. And this might be counterintuitive, but the bluer a star is, the hotter it is, and the redder the cooler. So, in most cases, hotter equals brighter, and cooler equals dimmer. But interestingly, some cool stars are insanely bright, and some hot stars are really, really dim. So what's the deal?
Yeah, what is the deal?
Well, perhaps the most profound thing that this diagram reveals to us is stellar evolution. It tells us how stars grow up, get old, and die.
How?
Well, it goes like this. When a star is born, how massive it is will determine where it initially takes its place on this diagram. And as the star ages, its position will slowly change.